Hi, it's me, Lumi. Okay, yay! I can't imagine Clio being young. I can't either. I'm trying to imagine a young Clio. I don't know what that's supposed to feel like. Oh, I'm having trouble imagining like a tomboy baby Clio running around chasing anything. She's so calm. I can't. I want to ask her what was young Clio like? Chasing. According to some of her stories, she was mostly chased. What? She's a fuck boy? Excuse me? Tell me these stories. I want to know these stories. I'm gonna call her up. Hey Clio, let's talk about myths. Can I get a +1, please?
I'm 19 years old and
When?
I meet someone and we hit it off.
Oh.
And so we go on a date.
Oh.
And so we go and see a film.
Okay. Okay.
And then after the film, it's quite cold and windy. And I noticed that she was cold. So I was like, oh, do you want my hoodie? And I gave her my hoodie. You know, I'm from North Europe, so I'm used to the cold and she wasn't. And I guess, you know, she had a nice time and she was like, would you like to come around for some tea? I'm going to point something out for you guys that you may think things based on that statement. I was 19 and this was like the first time I had, maybe my first time dealing with romance or dating. Yeah, sure. I'd love to come around and have a cup of tea. Quite literally thinking that is what she meant. We get in her car and we go back to her place. You know, she introduces me to her cat. She shows me around and I'm having a nice time with her. And then we sit down at the counter and we have tea. And I'm thinking, yay, we're having tea. Except there's one problem with the tea, herbal tea. I don't like herbal tea. I don't like green tea. I don't like anything like that. I just like regular dark black tea.
I cannot. I
have an Irish upbringing.
This is beyond
If someone
autistic.
offers you tea, you say yes.
This is so no.
If someone offers you a cup of tea, you say yes, and you drink it. And you drink all of it. So I said, oh, yes, please. And so we sit down and we have this cup of tea. And I start sipping it and I'm going, oh, this tastes awful. I hate this. But I'm being polite. And I don't want to be rude. So I'm like, yes, this tea's great. Thank you. And I'm like baby sipping it. So we're talking. And put this out there. I'm 19 years old.
Okay.
It's like the first time I'm dealing with dating. And I don't pick up on any of the cues.
I'm a nerd too.
I don't pick up on what she is putting down. She is being, dare I say it, flirty, forward.
Whoa.
She's wanting to get to know me better.
Whoa. I've been mushed by Clio, now I'm
and I'm
extra
not
soft.
picking up what she's putting down.
No, it's over.
Because I'm just focusing on trying to drink this tea that I...
All right, Clio's in.
This cup of tea that I fucking hate the taste of. I'm just trying to focus on getting through it.
Just don't drink it. Oh, God.
We progress further.
Just don't drink it, Clio.
And she starts, you know, maybe being a bit more forward. Touchy-feely. And I'm just, you know, I'm not really reciprocating.
Okay.
Because I'm too naive and too inexperienced and too awkward to
baby Clio.
know what she means. So like sometimes when we're talking and facing each other, I would just like turn away from her to drink the tea. At that point, I think she realizes that I'm a bit stupid. I think she realizes that I'm a bit stupid and inexperienced.
No.
This was back when I was still quite fit, because I was still in my athletic age.
Still quite fit, actually. I've met her now, and she's actually still quite athletic. So.
And strong.
This is bullshit.
Yes. And so I, you know, I'm in good shape. And she had commented on that before in the date.
She's still quite fit. I don't know what she's talking about.
To her mirror that she has leaning against the wall in the living room. And she says, oh, Clio, could you do me a favor? I noticed how strong you are.
Whoa!
Would you be able to carry my mirror that I bought up to my room? It's too heavy for me.
Oh, God. Oh, Clio, no. Oh, Clio, no. Oh, God. Oh.
And I say, oh, sure. That's no problem. I'll go get the mirror. Don't worry. And so we leave the cups of tea
strong,
there. And she had finished hers by that point. She had finished her cup of tea.
God.
I hadn't finished mine. I go and pick up the mirror.
Oh, no.
And I say, oh, okay, so where am I taking this? And she's like, oh, just upstairs. So she points to the stairs. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll pick it up. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And I carry the mirror up. And so she follows me up the stairs into her bedroom. And I get into the room and I'm like, oh, where do you want me to put it?
Please.
And then she gestures for it to be like in the corner. And I'm like, okay. I put the mirror in the corner.
Oh, no.
And then I turn around.
Oh, no, it's coming.
And she's sitting on the bed.
Oh, Clio!
And I didn't realize what she meant.
Clio!
when she was sitting on the bed.
It hurts me.
And then she gestures on the bed as well. She's like next to her. She like taps the bed. And stupid naive Clio, who is always raised to always finish a cup of tea, is maybe too naive to realize what she's trying to imply. So I say, oh, I haven't finished my tea yet. And I point to the door and then I start walking out. I go downstairs by myself.
Oh, God.
And I go back to drinking the cup of tea that I really hate. And it tastes horrible.
Oh, it's oversteeped
because, you know,
now.
I was raised to always finish a cup of tea.
It's oversteeped.
So I'm
Stop drinking
downstairs
it.
for like 5 minutes by myself, not realizing like she hadn't come down. And I was just nursing this cup of tea. I didn't want to leave it. That's rude. It's rude to leave a cup of tea undrunk. Eventually, I hear movement from upstairs and she comes down the stairs. This is where it gets really bad.
Oh, no. Oh, does it get worse? Is it even worse?
She comes downstairs in, how do I say this?
Lingerie? Please say lingerie.
Evening wear. Negligee. That looks great on you. But I haven't finished my tea yet, so I focus on the tea instead of her. And so she's, at this point, I think, clearly annoyed at how dense I am. And so she sits down next to me, and she's being very, very forward.
How is it?
And I'm
no
just
way.
like...
How is it? It can't get any worse. It can't get worse than this.
Not focusing on it, because
It
I'm just
cannot
trying
get
to
worse
drink the
than
cup
this.
of tea. And also at this point, it was like 11 or 12. And so I'm aware that the final bus or public transport home
Clio!
is soon. And I'm like, oh man, I have to finish this tea because I gotta get home. I think I finished it and she's visibly getting just like kind of mad at me. She's like kind of getting angry at me. And I don't pick up on any of these social cues at all because I'm completely naive. It's like the first ever date that I'd ever gone on, or like one of the first dates. And I wasn't used to any sort of romance or romantic interactions. And so I think I finished the tea. And then I turned to her while she's in her lingerie and I said, I had a really nice time. Thank you for the tea, but I need to go now. And so she's like, oh, okay. I can drop you off at the bus stop if you want. And so I say, oh, thank you. That would be really nice. Thank you. And so she doesn't get changed. She doesn't get changed. So she's in her nightgown, nightwear, if I dare I say.
This girl's role playing. Oh my God. She wants us so bad.
We get into a car.
Are you serious, Clio?
We drive to the nearest bus stop. And I said, oh, thank you. I had a really nice time. Thank you for the cup of tea. Because when she offered a cup of tea, I assumed that's what she meant. We were going to have a cup of tea. And then I would go home. And she just kind of sighs to herself. And she eventually realizes, you're really dense, aren't you? And I said, huh? And then she pounced on me. And then that's where the story ends.
Good ending? How did she get the good ending anyway? She got the good ending anyway? How the fuck did she do that? Hello? How did she get the good ending? She fumbled like 4 times. The fuck? That's cool. I can't believe Clio still won it. That's so baffling. She still won it. She still won it. She still won it. Holy shit, she still won it. That's crazy. That's so crazy. She still got it though. She still got it. Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.